Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boy Blues, 1975. A using words on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends used to bug me. Long Boys Blues, 1975.
Hey YouTube, Long Boys Post 1975. Welcome to the Wednesday vlog. It's Wednesday, it's about 7:10. I haven't just got back from work. I've had breakfast, and today I was feeling nice and I decided to spare a pig. So I had corn, gammon steaks, pan fried. I'll show you a picture. They really weren't that bad. Don't know if I'd go as far as to say they tasted as exactly like bacon, or like a cross between, I don't know, smoky bacon flavoured crisps and frazzles. But you know, a change is as good as a rest, as they say, and I'm sure a pig will thank me for that. Anyway, excuse me, Pepsi Max, still on the Pepsi Max. It's absolutely tanking it down outside, which is why I'm wearing my new summer hat. But having said that, I actually like it when it's cold and tanking it down. At least, you know, on the days that I work, because it's perfect sleeping weather. I hate sunshine, but you know, that's just me. Sorry, Pepsi Maxi Pops. Anyway, there's a question up there. Do you think that it's important, or do you try and maintain a balance between collecting and playing games, or the time you spend collecting, you know, comparatively to the time you spay? You spay? You spay. Oh, that's a bit harsh. Neutering gaming. You spend playing games. There's a reason for this, but a few people have been leaving comments and saying me messages, which is, you know, you've been, you know, doing quite a few pickups lately, and that's, you know, just because there's been stuff out there that I've actually wanted. And where do you find the time to play all these? And the answer would be that I do actually try and make a point of keeping a grip on my collection, and, you know, maintaining a balance. Now, there are people out there who just collect and collect to display and don't collect to play, and each to their own, and good for them. My motto is, even if I buy something that's expensive, you know, like when I piece together my Mega Drive collection, a game is to be played, you know, it's to be enjoyed. It's like a classic car, you know, I mean, sometimes the value will go through the roof and be, you know, risk to drive, but cars to be driven, cars to be enjoyed, and it's the same enjoyed, and it's the same for games. Now, when I say I try and, you know, maintain the time I spend, because I do think, because I do really enjoy playing games, but there is something to be said for that when you're out in the wild, or you're car booting, hitting places like cash converters, you know, something that you've been after for ages, or not so much me, but I have done it, something that you know is you know, really a, you know, a snip at that price that people really don't know what they've got in their hands. And when you pick these things up, or you manage to track down a system that was like the stuff of legend in your childhood, then there's a buzz. There is, you know, it is really enjoyable, and it can become compelling. Maybe I don't know, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's addictive, but there is certainly an element to it where, you know, collecting out and about in all the various places that I mentioned is super fun. But I think sometimes you can get lost too easily in that, and your head can fill up. This is just me, you know, your head can fill up with figures, and, you know, I'm not a reseller, but if you come across something that's super cheap, that's worth a fortune, you know, you're going to pick it up. But I think, yeah, it's too easy that your head becomes full of figures, and this, you walk around and you're not seeing a game anymore. You know, you're not seeing that, hey, I want to play this game because it's an amazing shoot 'em up, or I want to play this game because, you know, it has some of the best, you know, ball physics in it ever, like football game and stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes I think if you lose touch with that, then you look at stuff and it just becomes a thing of value, a price ticket, a number, if you will. And I don't want that to happen. I'm not saying it happens to everyone, but you know, because then to me the purpose of playing the game has become lost. So you know, like I've had recently when we've gone out and I've bought a few things. I mean, most of them end up in pickup videos. It's safe to say, because I have a YouTube channel, that I play a lot of games. But I do have some things in place, which is I have a set number of games I try and finish every month. I know people do these things that I'm going to do in summer stuff. I wouldn't say I'm obsessive about it, or get as far as I can. I'm determined that for everything I buy, and yeah, you know, it takes a lot of time, and sometimes, you know, you may not always do it, but at least I have the mindset that I'm determined for everything I buy, it's not going to be a one-shot try, you know, and then I'll put it back to, you know, the back of the pile, because this is why I'm also now trying to maintain the time I spend playing, you know, to the time I spend collecting. Is, you know, I have been guilty of it. Well, I've bought games and then I've actually traded them without even realising that, excuse me, maybe that was the fake pig, that I haven't played them. And that was kind of a, you know, a slight wake-up call, which is, holy shit, this is crazy. No, you know, I got, you know, I buy to play. You know, maybe you're right to some degree, buy to trade, to help your friends out and stuff like that. I will buy something that I know someone else wants, you know, to help them out. But yeah, so I have a list of, you know, a number of things I try and do a month, which is a number of games to try and complete, or at least get 3/4 of the way through. Something else I always do is I make a point of anything that I've played a lot or completed, that I don't, you know, it could be a really good game that I really enjoy, but I don't absolutely love, or, you know, I think about it and say, does it, think about it, I don't know, I'm touching my cheek, does it have any replay value? Am I going to go back to this? You know, are there achievements I still want to collect? Are there, you know, hidden levels, unlockables? And if I, you know, I think to myself, no, it doesn't, then it's no, there's no reason for me to have you, and I get rid of it. I try and maintain this balance between not having an overly big game collection with, you know, just stuff I want to play, and therefore I also try and make a point of, you know, not just because it hits me in the pocket, but if I'm aware that I've bought, you know, a reasonably large amount of things, then I will make a point of trying to play them, you know, and kind of turn off, you know, the exciting child in the high street part of my brain, or even avoid some of these places to make sure that I play them. Because, you know, I'm not saying I lie awake, and, well, I don't lie awake at night, I lie awake at day, you know, worried that I'm just becoming like a hoarder or something like that. But I do, you know, our camera's making farty noises again. It's been a while since it's done that. Mike? Hey, maybe it just wanted some love. Who knew? Oh, I completely lost my thread, camera. Fuck you. Oh yeah, no, I do make a point of, you know, trying to maintain a perfect balance and making sure that ultimately, and remembering that, you know, I'm a games player. You know, I don't want to become a hoarder. I don't want to become a full-on collector. I don't want to kind of lose sight of the actual reason that I purchase. You know, the reason is I purchased to play, you know, and so yeah, I do little things to keep my collection, and little things to make sure I'm active in certain areas of my collection, and every now and then I'll just dive into my Mega Drive collection, because that really does remind me, even though that was a collection I had to spend a lot of time getting, but that reminds me of why I own it, because it's not there to sit on the shelf and gather dust, it's there because I love, you know, I loved my Mega Drive, I still love my Mega Drive, and I have so many amazing childhood experiences and memories and fondness for it, that every time, you know, now and then I will play one of those, just to remind me, well, I play them a lot, look at the number of videos I got on them, to remind me that, no, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. So, maybe it's just me, but do you think it is important, for those of us who are players, you know, first, and collectors second, but do, you know, pick up quite a lot of stuff, do you think it's important to strike a balance between, you know, both those sides, you know, of the argument, and do you do anything? Do you do anything to yourself? Do you have any rituals, routines to keep yourself grounded and make sure that, you know, you do keep a balance and you do play more than you collect? I'd love to know, as always, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.